Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good morning and welcome to The Splash Live. So good to be with you. Dave Scott, thank you for joining us this morning right here on Civic Center TV. Splash Live, part of 90 minutes of live at local television each and every day. I'm here till 10 o'clock. Tyler Keefe checks in at 10 o'clock with the MegaCast. Easy to watch all of our programs across so many different platforms. Of course, we are on cable television on Comcast Channel 15 across the entire Greater West Bloomfield area. On AT&T on Channel 99. You can watch us on our website. Great place really to go to find a lot of information, a lot of local information, historical information about the programming we've been running, and a whole lot more. CivicCenterTV.com. We invite you to go there. You can also catch us on social media each and every day. We're on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. Just search for Civic Center TV. Really, it's that easy. And then you're also invited to watch us and listen to us on the radio. Can't watch us on the radio, I get that. But you can listen 89.3 Lakes FM. We are there each and every day for you. Program repeats throughout the day, so plenty of opportunity to find out what is going on in your local community, and that's really what this show, after all, is all about. Start out with a look at the weather. Not a bad weekend, really. Pretty warm temperatures and some sunshine to get around. Got a chance to maybe get out on the lake, get some work done on your boat. Hopefully, the same is true today. If you can squeeze out a couple of hours after work. 79 degrees will be our high today, and we will have intermittent sunshine. There'll be plenty of it around to get out and enjoy, and really a summer-like pattern as we head through the week. 83 tomorrow, cooling off a little bit on Wednesday, but really, all in all, perfect weather here in the Greater West Bloomfield area. Get out and enjoy. So, I was just sitting here the other day wondering, the bus drivers in our community really do a great job, our school district bus drivers, and how do they learn everything that they do? Well, they get out in the lot and have a little bit of fun. Our West Bloomfield drivers, to stay sharp, they just get out and they practice and have some competitions and do a little work in the parking lot. Here's some photos. Driver Amanda Demar and Lubina Husan, Nikki Melville, and Shay Ross all competed in the Oakland County Bus Rodeo just a couple of days back. Driver Karen Reed and Safety and Training Supervisor Greg Campbell judged all of the stations. This competition puts the driver's skills to test by challenging them to, to park, to reverse dock, whatever that means, parallel parking, all the different maneuvers that they need to do. You can see in some of these pictures, just to make sure that they can maneuver those big buses safely, and that those buses are big, there are kids around. So all in all, it's a fun day for the bus drivers, and we congratulate them, and we really thank our local bus drivers. Not the easiest job in the world, but they're very enthusiastic. They greet your kids first thing in the morning and at the end of the day and get them to and fro safely. And for that, we salute you, the bus drivers of West Bloomfield. Also, good morning to salute Mylan Sherrill, West Bloomfield High School senior. Mylan is the recipient of the 2023 Outstanding Achievement in Career and Technical Education Award, and that's coming from a very prestigious place, from the Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan. His recognition up on Facebook this morning, so we wanted to pass that along to you. Always good we can congratulate somebody for a significant achievement. West Bloomfield Police Department need your help, but this time they need your help if you're interested in becoming a police officer. West Bloomfield Police are hiring, and that hiring is going to continue on for a month or so. To be considered, all applicants must submit their application and all the required documents by June 23rd. So if you know somebody that is interested in becoming a police officer in West Bloomfield, just one of the many jobs that are available here in our community, there's all the information on your screen. We really have an an incredible police force. They work hard, they keep us safe, but at the same time, they're helpful, friendly people in our community, getting involved in all kinds of activities. It's really where we see them for the most part. And that makes a nice segue onto our next story, because it was Kitty Day over the weekend here in West Bloomfield. Kitty Day 2023 was reported to be a big success. A big thank you from all the folks involved in Kitty's Day, who chilled some cooler weather and came out and participated in this program all put on by the West Bloomfield Early Childhood Education Program. Now, as I mentioned, the police were there, the fire department was there, they were on site. Sure, kids love policemen and firemen, so that only made sense, as well as people from the transportation department, who we just talked about a little while ago. Ms. Emily from the West Bloomfield Library was on site, along with Cindy Grant, author of Oodles and Oodles of Noodly Noodles. Whew. Got through that. It was an active day filled with hands-on learning and experiences that children thoroughly enjoyed. Kite making, of course it was Kitty Kite Day. Kite making was a really big part of all the fun, and lots of great activities, a scholastic book fair, and much more, of course. Great munchies that kids would love: hot dogs, hamburgers, ice cream, and more. So I bring it up to let you know what's going on in our community. No story too big, no story too small here on The Splash, but it just reminds me each and every day working on the show how many amazing organizations there are in our community, and they're all working on making our community a little bit better. They all have their own, constituencies. In this case, it's the kids, but they all really do their part to make West Bloomfield a better place. Certainly one of those organizations is West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. And so you got kids, great. The Kitty Day, the Kite Day might have been for you. You have a dog, well, West Bloomfield is all set for you. Do you know that we have a dog park? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you don't, let's play a little video from the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Department talking all about well, we don't have it. We'll take a break. We'll see if we can get that queued up. And then we'll play that after we take our short break. So needed a break anyway. So we'll be back in just a minute. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us here on The Splash Live. I'm Dave Scott, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Like what you see? Beautiful works of art, masterworks of metal, and accomplishments of artistry will be on display near you. All kinds of artists from all walks of life come together to celebrate their skill and appreciate their work's beauty. Hot Works presents the 2023 Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. Stop by July 29th and 30th between 2 and 10 p.m. between Powers and Daly off of Orchard Lake Road. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Good morning. Welcome back to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here, part of our 90 minutes of live local television each and every Monday through Friday on Civic Center TV. Tyler Keefe standing by. He'll be checking in at 10 o'clock this morning if you're watching us live. And he'll have a whole nother hour of stories and information about West Bloomfield, Oakland County, and the state of Michigan. Thank you very much for tuning in. A little later on in the show, we're going to take a look at some of the top content that is on Civic Center TV right now. Maybe you've not watched it. We'll take a look at some of those highlights coming up later on in the program. But as promised a moment ago, there is a dog park here in West Bloomfield. And, it's a fun place to go and take your dog. You meet other people with dogs. Great opportunity to interact. Like I said before the break, we have many different constituencies here in our community. People that get together for political activities, people that are doing things for for the school, people that are working with all kinds of different, wide variety of organizations, seniors, our health services in our community, but people that love dogs, big segment of you in West Bloomfield. We have a dog park, and here's a video from the Parks and Recreation Department all about the West Bloomfield Dog Park.
Thank you for your interest in the West Bloomfield Dog Park and welcome to your orientation. In this video, we'll explain the process to obtain an annual permit and provide you with a brief overview of our park regulations. Permits are available to residents over 18 years of age and may be purchased in person at the Recreation Activity Center or by emailing completed materials to dogpark@wbparks.org and submitting payment over the phone. In addition to payment, you will need to provide a valid driver's license for each person in your household who may attend the dog park. This will also serve as proof of your West Bloomfield residency. A current Oakland County dog license. These may be purchased at the treasurer's office in Town Hall. Proof of spay or neuter, and proof that your dog is up to date on their Bordetella vaccine. Be sure these documents match exactly, or we will not process your registration. Each person listed on the application must also pass a quiz to demonstrate they understand our rules and regulations. You may complete the quiz at a kiosk during registration or do so at home by visiting wbparks.org/dogpark. The last step of the permit process is signing a waiver stating you agree to abide by all dog park rules and accept legal responsibility for your dog and any injuries caused by your dog. Once this is completed, we'll provide you with a key fob to enter the park, as well as an annual dog park tag. Be sure your dog is always wearing this tag, along with your county license whenever visiting the park. Now let's take a look at our park regulations. It's important that you understand them before proceeding with the permit process and taking your orientation quiz. Our park is a great place for dogs to socialize and burn off energy, but not all dogs are well suited for dog parks. To ensure safety, we must exclude dogs that cannot obey voice commands, dogs that are not spayed or neutered, dogs with parasites or contagious diseases, aggressive dogs, and dogs that have been identified as dangerous by the township or a court of law. Additionally, in the interest of safety, children under the age of 14 may not enter the park. Children between the age of 14 and 17 are permitted, but must be under adult supervision at all times. Our park is divided into 3 sections, and you may only enter a section that is appropriate for you and your dog. One section is for small dogs, 25 pounds and under. Another section is open to all dogs, regardless of weight. And a third section is reserved for people with disabilities or short-term physical limitations. This section is ADA accessible and in close proximity to the parking lot. It is also a mostly flat area with seating near the entrance. Our park offers about 4 acres of fenced-in terrain, and our maintenance staff works diligently to keep it well-groomed, mowing it weekly and trimming the fence lines 2 to 3 times per year. But to keep our park looking its best, we need a little help from you. Please clean up your dog's waste using the provided bags and receptacles, and do not permit your dog to dig in the park. If you find your dog has dug a hole, be sure to fill it with dirt from the bin provided. For the safety of everyone at the park, you must actively supervise your dog at all times and keep your dog on a 6-foot leash when outside the enclosure. If your dog becomes aggressive or is barking excessively, please remove them from the park at once. We also have a limit of 2 dogs per owner to ensure your dog is properly supervised, and ask that you do not bring anything to the park that might distract you. Laptops and tablets are strictly prohibited, and phone conversations must be kept under 2 minutes. During hot months, be sure your dog is well hydrated, either by bringing water from home or allowing them to drink from our seasonal water stations. Please remember to close the gate behind you when entering or leaving the park. The only way to ensure the health and safety of our park users is to only allow registered permit holders into the park. Opening the gate for non-members may be grounds for dismissal. The following items are not permitted in the park: people food, dog food or treats, pinch, prong, or shot collars, alcoholic beverages, glass containers, cigarettes or cigars, and vape pens or e-cigarettes. Dog toys are permitted. However, If any dog becomes possessive of a toy, it must be removed immediately. At West Bloomfield Parks, we take safety very seriously, and by complying with these regulations, you'll help us ensure that everyone has an enjoyable experience each time they visit our park. Now that you have completed your orientation, please click the link below this video to begin your orientation quiz. If you are watching this video at our office, please see a customer service representative to complete your permit application. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you out at the dog park.
All right, I know that is a little bit long, and I do recognize that that's, if you don't have a dog, it might not apply to you. But I love that video. First of all, they put it together so well. It really talks, if you dig deep into it, like I do with everything, it talks to the amount of detail and attention that they have over West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation for everything they do. Somebody put an awful lot of thought into all those rules, that execution, maintaining the whole park, taking care of it, making it available. You know, you just look at everything that everybody does in their daily life and their jobs, and the contribution they make to all of us, and you know, it really is quite amazing. And so I like watching that video just for that reason. And then forgetting all that, there's so many really cute dogs in there. So we have an incredible dog park. Great job over at Parks and Recreation with all the detail, the services that you provide. Don't forget about all of the amazing resources we have here in West Bloomfield from Parks and Rec. And you can sign up for one of their classes. If you have a dog, you can go to the dog park. You can go over to Lily Pad Springs and let the kids run around on the water. You can go to a concert at Marsh Bank Park. You can just get out and enjoy recreational activities at the parks scattered all around our community. And then that's just the beginning of the things that they do over there. So kudos to West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. And if you got a dog and you didn't know about the dog park, well, now you do. Parade time is right around the corner here in the Greater West Bloomfield area, and Memorial Weekend is coming up. That means we're going to be really busy on Monday with not one but two parades. We'll be in Sylvan Lake, and as we do every year, because the Sylvan Lake and Kegel parades happen very close to each other from a time standpoint, our camera crews will be out at the Sylvan Lake Parade, and we'll be recording that. Kegel Harbor, it's a tradition that it's live, and look at they are, one of Kegel Harbor's greatest couples, that certainly a couple of media celebrities here in our market. Woody Woodruff and Ronnie Dahl both live right in Kegel, and they've done a great job They did, I think last year might have been the first year they did this parade together. But we're going to be broadcasting it all live for you again on Monday. Don't forget the parade route is a little bit different. We changed it last year, so it doesn't start up on Orchard Lake Road. It starts down on the other end of Cass Lake Road, and it's going to start on the north end of town. Beachland Avenue will travel south on Cass Lake Road to Roosevelt. So that's where the parade is all going. You can see that right there on the little graphic. Don't forget Memorial Day. It is always a great outing. Hopefully you've registered to be in the parade. We're looking forward to being out there bright and early, getting the cameras set up and covering it all for you live right here in Civic Center TV. And then, of course, we'll continue to play that, the parade over in Sylvan Lake, and other Memorial Day services and honors and recognitions, of course, on this very important Memorial Day holiday. So our camera crews will be hard at work, and we look forward to seeing you out as we get ready. Hopefully the weather, I haven't taken a look at the weather for Monday, but hopefully a week from today we're going to have great weather. And really the Memorial Weekend, we have the significance of the holiday, of course, but it is also kind of the unofficial start of summer around here. A good chance to get your pool open, get the boat in the water, get those bicycles off the rack in the garage and do whatever it is you do, maybe travel around the state a little bit, whatever it is that you do in celebration of summertime. So it all kicks off, and after a long, hard winter, that's really great news. We'll see you at the parades on Monday. So one of my favorite restaurants in the area is Jaybird, speaking of Kegel, right there along the parade route. And, they are in a situation that a large number of our restaurants are here in our area, and that's they can't serve us if they don't have the employees. So I'm very glad to post this notice from Jaybird that I found on Facebook this morning. They are hiring, and they would love it if you want to join their team. More information available. You can call them. There is their telephone number right there on the screen. And if you know somebody that's looking for a summer job, maybe you're looking for a couple of extra hours, it's a really great place. And if you're not looking for a job, go by, have dinner. Just get out there. Or one of our other fine establishments, Jaybird, great barbecue, right in Cass Lake. And they're not paying us to say this. I just wanted to pass that along for you this morning to make sure that you are aware of it. And whether it's Jaybird or it's some other restaurant, if you have time this summer and you need a couple of extra bucks, you have a college kid or a high school kid that's looking for some work this summer, there are plenty of really good jobs around. So get out, go knock on some doors, and let people know you're interested. So paddleboarding in our lakes is really big and very, very popular. And if you want to get together with other people that are paddleboarding, there is a group that gets together Thursdays, 6:30, and gets out there and works on learning more and enjoying paddleboarding. It's all put on by Luna Moon in Sylvan Lake. You can see some pictures from some of their previous outings. Paddleboarding looks like an awful lot of fun. Something you want to do really on Sylvan Lake rather than Lake Michigan with all the big waves. I think standing up on one of the paddleboards is probably hard enough without all the waves, but they will let you know whether you choose a paddle tour, a floating yoga class, sure, they do yoga there too, or some one-on-one training. That is a good place to go. Luna Moon in Sylvan Lake, and they will give you all the information that you need. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. 3 video pieces that are running on Civic Center TV right now I want to highlight. Big events we've held recently and some other really interesting video. Our top 3 most popular archive videos right now on Civic Center TV. We'll take a look at those and let you know how to get to them and watch them after this break. Good morning, I'm Dave Scott. Thank you very much for tuning in. You are watching The Splash Live, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. What's happening around you? Hear about state events, businesses, and from the people behind them on The MegaCast, an hour-long TV, radio, and streaming show keeping you informed on the day-to-day news. Listen in on talks with volunteer groups, documentarians, and financial advisors, Monday to Friday with your host, Tyler Kieft. Catch The MegaCast weekdays from 10 a.m. to 11 on Civic Center TV, 89.3 Lakes FM, and streaming on mymytv.com.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important.
And now the same is true in the face of flu.
Influenza has the power to infect millions.
But it's easy to protect yourself, your family, and your community.
The flu vaccine is safe and effective. And with COVID-19 still around,
It's essential. Together we can face flu season head on.
Visit michigan.gov/flu.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Well, good morning and welcome back to Civic Center TV and The Splash Live. Dave Scott, Tyler Kieft will be here in a little bit with the MegaCast, taking a look at a little bit wider look at our communities. Yes, West Bloomfield, Kegel, Orchard Lake, Sylvan Lake, but he takes a little bit a wider look at Oakland County and the state of Michigan. So stay tuned for that coming up. Part of our 90 minutes of live television, live and local television each and every day. So our community channel, we do a variety of different things here. We certainly cover, our primary function is to cover all of the civic meetings in Kegel Harbor, West Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, and Sylvan Lake as the communities wish. So that we do, and we work really hard, and there's usually several meetings that we cover. Now, if you want to see a replay of those meetings, I just want to remind you that you can always tune in at 1 o'clock the following day. So if there is a West Bloomfield Township Board meeting or a school board meeting or a Kegel Harbor meeting, whatever, if you tune in the following day at 1 o'clock on our program schedule, you'll see that that meeting will replay. So if you miss it the night before and you want to see it, you can always go there at 1 o'clock and tune in. We also repeat the weekend's meetings, the previous week's meetings, every Saturday and Sunday afternoon. So another opportunity for you to go back. And then what I recommend, most of us are doing right now, is enjoying on-demand TV. And you can do that easily by going to civiccentertv.com, going to our on-demand area, and you can find any of the community meetings. So that's one thing a lot of people watch on Civic Center TV, see what's going on with our local government. But the other thing we do is we keep you informed and appraised of the major events going on in our community through shows like this. And a lot of times, if it's something significant, our entire crew will go out and we will broadcast live. And that was certainly the case couple of weeks back with a Michigan Week celebration, one of our annual largest broadcasts each and every year. You could see a clip here on TV right now from our website. So I encourage you, if you've not taken an opportunity to watch this, or maybe you know somebody that was recognized at the Michigan Week celebration where we recognize volunteerism in our community, you can go back and watch it. There's Carol Hack, who is our leader on this effort in organizing Michigan Week, on stage at the beginning of the event. Everyone was dressed up in the striped shirts, of course, because our theme this year was MVPs in sports. So there you have it. Check that out. Michigan Week. You'll find it. We're going to update the homepage of the website today to make it even easier for you to find it. But go check it out. A lot of really good information in there and a good way to see who has been recognized in our community. Michigan Week. Another thing you might want to take a look at, and this is a really fascinating program. It was all about restoring a home on Pine Lake, 2960 Pine Lake Road. And Paul Wilbur owns that home. He worked in the automotive industry that afforded him the ability to buy and maintain and update that beautiful home. And he tells the entire story of the update that he did to the home and just taking care of that amazing home over the years. But in doing so, he also needed to go back and tell the story of Pine Lake and Greater West Bloomfield all the way back to the early 1900s. That's why he is dressed the way he is. It was a program done at the West Bloomfield Township Library. It was amazing. It was a packed house. And if you've not watched this yet, go watch it on demand or check our program schedule and check it out. Paul Wilbur, great community guy, and a wonderful presentation. A lot of people every year also enjoy the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Awards, and our cameras were there as well. A couple of weeks back, we've got all that recorded in archive for you and available on Civic Center TV, or available if you just tune into our program schedule, or you can go to civiccentertv.com and the on-demand area. And you know, all these shows are great. You can get some great information about people and contributions they're making in our community, but it's even better if maybe your kids are on that stage, or your grandkids are on the stage, or your neighbor kids are on the stage, or somebody you know, one of your colleagues at work was recognized in the Michigan Week celebration. So all those videos are available for you on demand at Civic Center TV, and we'll put links at the top of the page to make it easy for you to view them. I hope you go and do so. So that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for tuning in as we take a look around our community here on the Splash Live. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:30. Tyler is standing by as we continue with our 90 minutes of live programming. Have a good day.